Good morning and welcome back to the Netball Show. Joining us this morning from the Corio Netball Club is the captain of the side, Amy Burton, my old stoushing partner. How you going, Amy?
I'm great, Birdir.
You great?
Fabulous.
How is things down at Corio?
Yeah, it's good. We have a young team, new team, obviously, with a few new recruits and a few veterans, and then a few of our young guns as well. So we're still finding our form, finding amongst ourselves, but so far everything's going really well.
Okay. I noticed on the weekend Michelle Rusakis made an amazing comeback from wherever she's been.
Razukis.
Rusakis. Sorry, Michelle. Yeah, what's her story? Where'd she come from?
Yeah, she's had a back injury since last year, so just starting to feel good about it again, and yeah, I was just lucky enough that it was a big game for us, so extra depth for us, and she came on at half time and played a good half of netball, so it's good to have her back.
So she played a half. Mm-hmm. Nicole Trainer played a full game in goal shooter.
Started in goal attack.
Okay, went back to goal shooter. Mm-hmm. And Danielle Davis, how many did she play a full game?
Danielle played half.
Yep.
Danny's developing really, really well. She's been from season to season kind of mixed up from end to end, and this year we've really found a spot for her in the goaling end, and she's developing really nice, obviously under Nick's
tutelage?
Yes.
Do you want to use the word?
Yes, and now with Michelle there as well, the two of those, hopefully Danny's just going to broaden as a player even more, and she'll be a player to watch in the future for sure.
What about Tamika Marks? What's happening with her?
Yeah, well, Tamika just had a baby over the off-season.
Yes.
So she's being a young mum, and she's decided just to focus on that for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's not playing at the club anymore?
Not at this stage, no.
Okay. Earlier in the season, of course, her and Danielle were starting off in goals. I think Nick was injured earlier in the season. And also Sarah Bromley, been swinging her into goals also during the season? Yeah,
Sarah's been a huge asset for us, a player that I think goes under the radar a lot. She's been a huge utility for us, being swung at both ends, and yeah, she was great again on the weekend, getting in the best players.
Okay, so Michelle's back at the club. You've got Nicole Trainer, you've got Danielle Davis, you've got quite a few goals. Sarah can go into goals as well. How's we going to split it up and play enough time for everyone in goals? I mean...
No, really, we only see it as having 3 goalers, and you've got to have that extra person on the bench. You never know what injuries are going to occur or different matchups on the day. And Sarah Bromley was predominantly a defender, but we just had to utilise her at both ends because we were short of that third goaler with Tamika leaving us, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's unbeknown to us, and I won't let it slide as to what's going to happen at the goaling end for the Devils. But, yeah, we've got our own little secrets, so all's well at Devil Land.
Of course, this week you've got, or later on this afternoon, you've got Bellpost Hill. Big game.
Yeah.
Big game. Any sort of set plans there, or are you just going to go out and play your game?
We're just playing our game at the moment. We've got that much development to do within ourselves to even worry about what team we're playing at this point in time. So we're still playing, we're still through the first round of the draw. And Bellpost Hill are a good team. They're coming off a loss from last week as well, so I'm sure they'll be outfired as well, and so will we. So let's just see what happens on the day.
What about Corio's defensive end? Who's sort of anchoring the defensive end? Oh,
of course, Sonia Harris returned back to the Devils, and is an inspirational leader for us down that end of the court, and she's plays a vital role in goal defence predominantly. And we've got Zalia Nathan, who was a recruit for 2 years, and also Sarah Bromley as well. So we've got 3 or 4 options that we can swing into defence as well.
An inspirational leader.
Yeah.
How much did she pay her to say that? What's going on there? Wow.
Come on, Birdir.
Wow. Okay. Did Sonia play last week against Werribee?
She did.
She did? Played full game? Mm-hmm. Okay. And how are your juniors coming along? Your juniors, historically, Corio's juniors are reasonably strong. 17s have been strong for years now. Mm-hmm. They still going along well? You coaching, or anyone in the senior girls coaching down there? Yeah,
we have Bianca Olsen, who coaches our B grade side as well, coaching our under 17 team, and they're developing nicely. They've had a couple of losses under the belt this year, but we've got young Steph Patterson young Brooke Marley are both playing state league up in Melbourne, just to name a couple off the top of my head.
Yep.
But yeah, they're doing really well, and we've been doing specialist sessions where the seniors go down and take the juniors as well. So they're working along nicely.
My turn.
You go.
He's full of it. You had a good game and a closer game than what I thought against Werribee last week. Did you structure your team a little differently, or do you think it was just on the day? You definitely held their goals back, and I think your defensive pressure must have been very good against them. Was there any key to it?
Yeah, we weren't too happy with the score at the end of the game. To us, in our eyes, it should have only been about 12. But things happen. It was our errors, a lot of unforced errors, but our defence end really did stand up strong. Sarah Bromley was in the best, and we used a few combinations that we hadn't tried yet as well. I think Sonia even went into the centre court at one stage just to open up our options and see what we've got to work with. So, as I said, we weren't too phased about who we were playing, and don't get me wrong, Werribee are a great side, and they have been for the past 6 years, but we're just focusing on us for now, and we'll be a team. We're looking, a 2-year plan at this stage, so we're just developing week by week. Definitely
building at the moment with the team you currently got. So you're looking for next year to keep the players that you have. Is there anyone that you're trying to poach or anything like that you want to tell us?
No, we don't try and poach at Cry. We just welcome everyone with open arms, and
sorry.
We had to reject a few people as well. Like, we got a few submissions from some Andrew Birdman or something to poach us, but just weren't interested. So as I said, we're just taking it week by week, not even thinking next year at this stage, but predominantly with senior players, we've already captured them, so that's all good.
Definitely in the past, Crow and the Devils have been known as a fairly physical side. Do you think with the young people coming through and your change in team structure that you still possess that physical game that you traditionally play?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's so much that we're a physical team. I mean, I think a lot of the game is a physical game now. We may be perceived in that way, but that's definitely something we don't drill into our players. We just obviously want everyone to fight for every ball and hungry for the ball. So, of course, that's something you want to teach all junior players. The physicality, I guess, has to come naturally from a player, and that's something you can't teach.
Yeah, because netball, I suppose, isn't a non-contact sport, even though in theory years ago it might be. It is pretty rough and tough out there, and sometimes a bit of, having a bit of toughness about you helps you win the games. Yeah,
I mean, I think it was physical at times against Werribee last weekend, but there was instances where we may have got knocked over, they got knocked over. So, I mean, I don't see us to be a physical team as such. I think every team on its day can be physical within our league. So
agreed.
All right, Anne, look, thanks for joining us this morning.
No worries.
We do appreciate your time. And
we'll see you next week, Birdir.
You will see us
we look forward
very
to it.
shortly. All right, so we'll go for a quick break and we'll be back in a moment.